Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, set. Fly, 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 66. Like 10, like 10. Let's go, defense. Hey, wahoo. 10's the mic. Regular.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 23 yards the pickup there.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check 3, check 53, Linda.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 22. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hey, Haywood. Like 10, like 10.
Shotgun now for Brady. It's Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Tighten up. Under 10.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down now, it's Hunt. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Brings up second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, switch gears.
Out.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under crunch. Check 9. Attack. Slam. Check 13.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
6 guys. Check 6.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Danny. Regular. Minus 50. You got nothing today.
Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the whip. Switch.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch the twist. Chance.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for this.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, 66.
On first down, Brady. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Brady's got his guys first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking. Hey, Alpha. Sponge. No.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it complete to Harris. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check it. Tens the mic. I got it. I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, Alabama.
Here's Brady. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, Orbit. Check it.
Now Brady again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought, that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Like 10. Get in the weight room. Ten's the mic. Yeah. Say. Check 31. Go Bandit.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
50. Mike 10. Three bud.
To throw is Brady. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Brady now on third and goal. They set up the screen to Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be fielded at the 8. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go Bandit! 58, 58, Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 58, come on. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing now is Brady. And he finds Penny. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
No, 66. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right here.
Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Penny. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wait, 10, 53. Mike, 34. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Penny will try to punch it in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run again with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I got you. I got you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship, ship.
On the counter, Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. Mike 34. 72. Mike 34. Mike 34. Excuse me. Exit. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. All right, T. Let's check. All right, T. Alert flare. Alert flare. Alert. Check 37. Check 37. Ozzy.
On 2nd down and 4. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Joker, 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 Joker. Kill, kill, kill. Kill. Hey, 66. Watch the motion. Alert.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go, here we go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Hey, 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 hey. Shoot, shoot.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Come, come. Jim, 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 Jim. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They gonna need some therapy after this. SOS, 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 SOS. Check 20. Protein spill. 36. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Hey, Zoo.
Andy Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. Room to run past midfield. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Nice, sweetheart. Regular. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 3.
To throw is Brady. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Wait 20. Mike 34. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Hey, check it. 34, Mike 34. Scoot. Bend it. Go. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? 49, check 49. Shift. Regular.
Brady going to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, Bolt 66. 34's a Mike. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ozzy. Ozzy.
10. Check. Lucky. Check your hot read. Kill.
72.
Now Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, motion backfield. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. You better be afraid of me. 34. Check it. Reload. Check in. No chance. Check.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Mike 34. Scoot.
They can't hang with us. 34.
Rip.
34 is the Mike.
Hey, man. Watch the...
Hey, Mike 7.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. You're trapped.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. And that'll set them back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long.
Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Watch the pass.
Mike 34. Scoot. Hey, Delta.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's a baby side.
Check it. Reload.
Back to throw, Brady. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up third and 6.
I got you, son.
Check three. Check 50.
Hey, switch gears.
Out. Under crunch.
Check. Check 9. Watch that.
On third down, Hunt. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.